I have a phobia of needles. Just imagining any kind of thin, sharp object piercing my skin is enough to make me lose my appetite. Hell, the mere mention of needles is enough to send me recoiling, so you can just imagine how I'm feeling as I write this, and the ironic bit of getting inspiration from medical issues. Yes, medical issues. Last January, I was diagnosed with anemia, and the doctor said I have a leukemia risk. I don't have a leukemia yet, but it just got me thinking. Thinking about my own mortality, actually. I have so many plans, so many things I want to do, and I only just recently started plotting a course for my life after more than a decade of listlessness and being devoid of purpose. So, needless to say, I found it unfair. Unfair that there is always a caveat when I find such direction in my life. I hate it. I hate that I had no direction until just recently. I hate that I have to suffer through this condition now. But that is life. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. And as much as I experienced some great moments in the 27 years I'm alive, there have been great many as well where I not only experienced hardship, but also made some rather bad decisions that I am not proud of. And in that, actually, lies the beauty of my existence. Looking back, I've lived my life simply in the present. Everything was planned out for me, and I was never given an opportunity to explore my interests that much, or, well, at least interests that were outside the worldview of my family. Don't get me wrong. My family loved me dearly, and took care of me as best they could, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But that love and care didn't save me from initially basing my future on what my parents wanted for me. Needless to say, it was pain. I suffered dearly for my choices because I made them not because I felt they were the best for me, but I simply depended on the idea that my family knew what was best for me. But even then, had I not made those listless choices that day, I would probably not be where I am now. If I didn't go to that prestigious university my mother wanted me to go over a smaller, by comparison, private college, I would never have experienced how it felt to live on your own and budget your expenses. Further down the line, had I not suffered in my initial course, I would have never shifted to the next course that gave me my diploma, and in that course, I discovered my love for writing. As a young man, I was already proficient in English, to the point that I, ironically, am very bad at speaking my own native tongue. It was in that prestigious university that was the epitome of educational suffering, where I finally found that one talent that I can finally be proud of. I also met some great friends at that university that showed me the very sport that finally resonated with me, and that sport was airsoft. I never liked the other sports that regular kids always loved. I felt I was too short for basketball. Badminton was okay, but not exactly something I'd want to do with my friends. Volleyball wasn't my cup of tea. But, yeah, amidst the pain, I gained experience and skills that I probably would have never gotten if I went to that smaller college. And now, after years of listlessness, I just began to steer my own ship that had been steered by other people for me. I more or less have an aspiration I want to reach, and I am proud of where I am. As I sat down on my office chair during lunch break, listening to Honkai Impact Third's the Capo, I couldn't help but imagine myself on that same train Kiana was on, reflecting on how far I've gotten. I don't have a large following. I have yet to fully realize my artistic aspirations, and now here I am faced with the prospect of my own mortality. I believe I have many more things to achieve, and yet I can't help but entertain the prospect that I may leave the mortal plane before I even reach my aspirations. Despite that, I choose to continue aiming for my aspirations. I choose to keep going. If I am to be remembered by my friends and family, I want to be remembered as both a great friend who blessed their lives and a loving family member who fought for his dream all the way up until the end. And well, since I've been listening to the Capo a lot, I think if you would if you would allow me, I would like to borrow some lyrics. There is a storyteller who always wrote about the sunshine, rain, and rainbow. One who finally grew up after years of idleness, tasting varying versions of love and pain. Never thinking once to suspend time, and opting to leave tracks behind for others to follow. And hoping that he still has a long road ahead to his dream.